Well, welcome back to Family Farm. The map is Riverview version 2. I'm using version 2 and I will be throughout the series, even when, and we hope that'll be soon, seasons come out. I will update this for seasons rather than use version 4, which I have. Good map, but it's a little too much work that's going to cost me. As you know, I am slowing down a bit. Right, one other thing we've got is Wobster's manual attach on here, and this is the one I've been waiting for. As you may notice, I moved it up to the afternoon of the same day as we would make the meadow. Without further ado, let's go down and join the farmer and see what we got. I think it's just a few odd jobs today. Well, welcome back to you. I'm going to be cleaning out the chickens first, feeding those and looking after those first. We haven't done much with them so far, so I thought it's time we had a look at the chickens. And we also have a look at manual attach version 2, or the correct version as I like to think of it. Put the brake on and didn't go down. Put it on to the right bit now. With this we have to drop things down, so it'll work, and also have to be a damn sight closer for it to work, including being close to the object you're trying to connect to. So we're going to put the weight on the back here. If all things work out right. At least with this tractor, with the space behind the cab, we can actually see back well. I think we're about there. We'll soon find out. Yeah, that's there, and you notice it doesn't shoot up the object you're connecting to. Now you have to actually manually lift it, and that's a problem I always have because I clean forget. Now we put the forks on because we need the bucket on for this. Yes, I know it'd be a lot easier if I'd clear some of these trees out, but I like trees. Yeah, I'm odd like that. Not quite. That's better. That's better. Same with the forks, you have to be outside to fit the forks up, but the bucket, you just need to be close enough, and we can do that from the inside, as you would in a tractor. You'd actually drive onto the hooks on a tractor. I have once managed to connect up properly to a bucket on a tractor. That's about only one time I managed to do it. I have mentioned I'm not the world's best driver. I have driven a couple of 3 tractors. To wit, an old Leyland tractor, which was all horrible. A case, and I don't know which model it was, which wasn't so bad. One of the small John Deeres, which we had new at the place I worked at the Moultons. After probing first with the Leyland that the idea would work on the tractor on site for moving things about. Then was it case probing you wanted a better one than the. So I'm not down yet. Wanted a better one than the Leyland, which was awful. I think I've mentioned this before, that it had this habit of breaking the gearbox regularly. That's really what you want when you got a tractor or something which can't take the hard it was given. The case was a lot better, but that's also second hand, and part of B decided we ought to have a new one, hence the John Deere. Still not a John Deere fan, like we did have one that should have done that. Huh, come on, get back, that's it. Yeah, that's done now. I think that's all we need this for. Just want to check food. Don't think we've got any left round here. Let's have a look. Now, you notice I've done something very wrong there. I walked under the arms with them raised. That's a definite no-no. You never do that. Hello, Boris. No, I think what we're going to do is unhook the forks all up from here. I think there's still the forklift down at the shop, in which case we'll buy a couple of bags of chicken feed. I don't think we've got any in stock. Hold on, before I do that, let's just double check, because I do want feeding. No, we ain't got any in stock. So we're going to get some couple of bags of wheat to put in there. I will move on a day next time. Now, as you know, I am cutting down massively on the amount of series I'm doing. Cutting it down to just over half what I'm doing now. There is a limit to how much you can do, and I think I'm overreached it at the moment. I'm overstretching myself for, frankly, what's now a more senior citizen. i.e. I'm getting old. No, we'll put that down, so just on the ground. Come in there. And those who see, you must have seen this by now, because this would be old hat by the time this video comes out. But you will know that it's Q to connect, and we're just to show that you have to do all the right things now. Come out, we're trying. Impossible to disconnect. As you see, it tells you you've got to lower the weight first, which is what I missed on the other one. You could do anything. Now we can come in there and for some reason it doesn't want to disconnect. Now there looks to be a oh no, we got it wrong. Select the wrong place. It works. This is by as I said, Wobster. Now he said unless there's a major problem with it, it won't get updated for a while, as he's busy with the rest of the Reanimus guys working on seasons. Yes, they are working on it, and they're working on it very hard indeed. And Wobster is one of the guys working on it now. He's done a few other bits and pieces in between his work on there, because they all have their own little bit they're meant to be doing, and we're not close enough. I can get too close. Looks like we've got to be the right side too. Ah, we got it. As you see, it's now on the ground, and we have to manually lift. I want to just hook up to the what's the point? Didn't really want to be in there yet. I want to hook up to the trailer, because I want to get a couple of. What we can do is get those and actually get them to tip these stuff into the trailer. I think that's what we do, and we'll bung it into our store bin there. Sounds reasonable. Simplifies matters a bit. Now, what are we doing here? At the moment, we're waiting. This is the long waiting game, especially without animals. We've only got the chickens, and frankly, they don't take a lot of looking after. I hope I'm actually level enough with that. Soon find out. Oh yes, I noticed it said that down there. Never used to say things like that. I'll tell you what you're up to. Makes it a little bit easier when you're walking about to find the right spot. This you don't have to lift because that, you think about it, you wouldn't be lifting that. Well, you could lift it, but you wouldn't normally. That should hook to about the right place, and because you've got a leg at the front, you should screw up. There's what holds at level, especially for just a two-wheeler. One thing I haven't seen, which I saw a lot on 15, was trailers with their front leg when they're parked up going through the ground. I hope that's all been cured. Didn't know it was on 17 either, but 15, I remember Old Ridge, because I played that one mostly, it was an absolute nightmare at times. Always having to try and get the marshal's front leg out of the ground. I don't know what to do with, I think it must have been to do with the mod, because there were about 3 different people modelling marshals at the time. One of them had certainly done that, and that was quite a good model. And that would have, I can't remember who that was, but that had full different colours. Then there was another one made, and that was by Peter. That didn't do that at all, what I could see. It's still over there. Well, what we do is we see if we can do this properly. Take the sheet off and pull it right in. Turn the engine off. Put the brake on. Going by. Come up those big bags. I think it's under. Yeah, we have wheat big bags. That's the one. We'll get about a ton of time. That's expensive for a ton of grain. That's a damn sight more we're going to get for it. But we're going to need enough to get us through, so we're both 4. No, I'm not certain if this will work properly with this particular trailer, but I know it'll work with others. That you can actually use that properly. But as this is a composite trailer, I'm not so certain if that works quite the same. Right. We'll soon find out. Let's go and see. Well, notice this is one that the display doesn't work for. It's a bit of a pity, really. I hope the author of that can get that to work for us, to show us where you are. But we should, in theory, be able to do it quite happily without. Well, so far so good. Let's do this right. Now I should have had that a lot lower joint getting onto it. Now we should want a level of it just to the point where you're going to be tipping in. Let's just drop that a bit so we can see where the trailer is before we lift. Now we lift. Now this is the dangerous bit. As you're going forward with that fully lifted, as you go over, yes. No, I don't think it's going to go in there. That was a pity. Ah, well, let's do it the other way. From here. Tips over. No, it will. Yeah, here it comes. Need to. I shouldn't really have to do that. But there. We can't have everything. Yes, I said about cutting down a lot on what I'm doing. The Contractor series is going very soon. It hasn't really worked. And it is one I can easily get rid of. The other one will be the challenge series, but only when I have finished the challenge off. I'm going to finish that off. I am going to speed it up a bit by spending a lot of doing a lot more off screen, so we only see the main bits. I can imagine how boring it must be getting that one, to see the same thing every time. But it's interesting for me. There we go. So we'll be left with Blickling, which is on 17. That stays. Mainly because of Season's End, it's such a mature map now. What is it I like on a map which I've been playing on a long time? Why can't I see the falls? Oh. Better, I was in the wrong place, I think. And this one, I'm not going to be doing loads of maps. The other thing I will be carrying on doing, and why aren't we going in there? 2 out of 3 work. Then you get one which decides it doesn't want to. Well, apparently we have got it just. It's just 2, look at that. I think we might be under the pallet rather than in this slot. Well, I slid on a bit better now. The other one will be Motorsport Manager. I know it's not very popular, but it's getting a few more views now. I think I have picked up 1 or 2 people who've joined just to watch that series. It's the impression I'm getting anyway. Not many, because this is never going to be working this time. Well, it did. Or did it go on the ground? Let's have a... That's strange. Come out of cabin. Funny, just at the edge there, it seems to be... It is. Huh. Well, that's most odd. Oh, we'll go with that. Even better. Right, we emptied it. I've got 1% left. Come on. You learn something new every day. We've got 1 left to get. Now, can we get this right this time? Let's get... Yes, I was talking about what's staying. Motorsport Manager staying because I enjoy that game. It's also got the added advantage. It's very easy to make. I haven't got to do anything off screen at all. The other ones I do have to do a surprising amount of work, especially with some of the mods trying to get those to work properly. Although I don't do enough as what I should do, which is... Oh. I heard it, but... See if we can get the right place again. Mind you, I think we're further over this wire stuff. Yeah. No, we got it now. Just ignore where it's coming through the side. Well, it worked. I thought it had to do that, but right, let's put this back. This, of course, belongs to the shop. Hello, we will have to pay for maintenance on it when it comes due. Good point. Oh, no, we don't, because it's leased. That's it. This isn't bought. This is leased. So it costs me money every day. Certainly every time it's used. Go away, bird. Right, so we have now 4 ton of grain in there. Put the sheet on. Go and fill the chickens up and tip the rest back into the silos. Well, stuff seems to be growing all over the place now. We know ours is growing. It's just a matter of waiting now, impatiently. Get the combine rolling. I think we may have to do a little bit more contracting whilst we're waiting. I could fast forward time and do a lot off screen to get round to the harvest, but I think we're gonna do a little bit of work for our neighbours. Not all of them. Some of them are right so and so's. Just the ones we like. And the fields look good. So if we've got further, we've been there, I must remember to go up to the top. Do not go straight into the farm, there's no need. As you know, we've got a little bit of every grain grown here, so what I may do is change what, if we can't afford a new field, change one of the fields next year through to grass. Then I need to get some sheep. The small amount of grass I've got ain't going to be enough. If we do get sheep, I'm going to use the seasons method. I'm going to make a couple of free game days where I'm not allowed to feed them, where they have to be without grass. They can have hay but no grass. Let's see if we can run Boris over. Could do is getting a mower out and just mow all this really. Does look a bit of a mess around here. Took about half of it. And for those who are pedantic, about half, but didn't quite take half. There's a stupid hound. I know a lot of people don't like the addition to dog and horses. I'm not so worried about the horses, but I do like the dog there. As you know, a lot of my farms had extra animals on. Even if it's just static models, I just like the idea of it. And with Blickling, of course, it's a perfect thing to talk to set the episode up, if it's needed. And I will just say, making this slightly different, a little bit after I'd normally make, because I wasn't too well over Easter. I'm making this just just after Easter, but another thing that made me think it might be time to seriously think about cutting down. It's nothing serious, it's just one of those yuck moments. As you know, I do suffer badly from hay fever, and I think we had what they call a pollen bomb hit. It's been very hot in Britain just recently and dry, and the conditions just got just right. That come on. But I must have been saving. That was a long save. Didn't think it was going to start again. I think it was the Thursday I started feeling awful. Friday I felt a bit better, but didn't feel 100%. Not well enough to do anything anyway. Right, let's see that leg there holds at the right angle. Chock's in place. Now, I do like this trailer. I've said it before. This is one of the real hits for the equipment for me. Oh, and this, of course. Whoa. So what dumps the other tractor? I've got nothing else much to do today now, but we have done 26 minutes. How about that? We have a little drive around the fields and have a look at them. We'll see what they look like. So if anything needs doing that we can see as an experienced farmer. Whoa, it's slowed. Always walk the fields. It's something that all good farmers do. They walk, certainly in Britain, they walk the fields and just have a look at them. You use their experience to see how the field's going. In this case, we use a little display. See, it's wheat, fully fertilised, no weed growth. There is some weed growth here because I do like seeing the weeds in the field. A few of them. That's an oddity of me. Here we are. Some of these weeds look rather nice. I do think they'll. I agree with a lot of people who said that giants overdid the weeds when you get a bad infestation. One thing I know that the seasons team were working on very early on was to cut that down to a bit more realistic level. This is actually closer to what you get. You get patches, be bigger patches, but you wouldn't have the whole field absolutely smothered in weed. This one needs ploughing because this is the one. This is the only time we'll be growing soy, by the way. This is a British map. We don't grow soy in Britain. Well, not enough to worry about anyway. It's basically because it's a GM crop, and because at the moment, whilst we're still part of Europe for how much longer I don't know, we won't be growing GM crops. Oh, this is alright. That may be the field to change over to grass. Or, better still, might be the one up here. It's a little bit out of the way. And I will only be cutting grass 3 times a year. I'm going to try and get as close to seed as I can. Oh, that was a long jump. And more oats, they look fine. Yeah, all the fields look okay. I don't think we've got. See what money we've got. We still owe 50,000, but that's not bad. We can repay a little. That should do it. 35,000 we owe now. We shouldn't want anything else now this year. But this is one of those maps I really do like. This is, for me, it's not typically British for where I live, because I live in the flatlands, East Anglia, but this is British style at its best. Blickling is, of course, is very close to what I'm used to, as it's based in East Anglia. I think these weeds look nice though. That's a poppy. Should be able to tell what these are. I know what some of them are, but I can't think of the names. The red one's definitely a poppy though, if you look at it. Now I could go ahead and cut some trees down, but as I said, I'm not going to. I'm not a great one for cutting trees down. No, I think we need to really have brought the tractor out, need we? Well, I think I've bored you for long enough. We're getting the tractor, take that back, put it away. Oh, we might have a quick look at 11 before we do. It's our last field. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's definitely a poppy. I wouldn't mind betting someone's going to bring out a mod pack of different weeds. And remember too that weed, because there's only a plant in the wrong place. For most cases. Not always, though. You don't really want a lot of Japanese knotweed about. Slow down a bit. Better go this way. Keep on the dirt track as near as we can. And for those who don't use Courseplay, there's no course loader bit is to do one of the later updates of Courseplay. It tells you whether there's a course loader or not. There must be a way to switch that off, but I haven't bothered to investigate. I'll tell you what, we're going to Ford 17. We know we'll be doing well. Well, I'm not driving very well. Driving too quick. Something I always do. Even in real life, so my wife tells me. Last one to check. Oh, this is the rape. That looks alright. So we know the fields are looking fine. I'm going to go forward a day before you come back in, possibly 2 days. Just try and get somewhere near where we've got some real work to do. I may, as I said, I may just go and do a couple of contracts, get a bit of money in. I don't want to do too much contracting because that is a very easy way to make money. What's wrong with having an easy way to make money, you say? Well, it just tends to spoil the game slightly if it's too easy to make money. Back this in here, and whoa. Just go and put the weight on this for the last little job. Oh, you might notice too, like when I jump in, I'm in the cab. It's indoor cam mod, which is it's great if you're like me and you like driving in cab most of the time. Let's get the weight on this and then put this away and we will be done. And I'm going to start off with a thank you very much, and we're nowhere near. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Always happy to have new people aboard. There won't be quite so much content in future, but what there is will be better. I won't be worrying about I must get a video made, but make one every other day is going to be a bit easier for this old boy. Yeah, that'll do. Really ought to wash this one. I won't. Too late now. So with that, any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them. I read every one, and I try and act on them where possible, but if you say do a load of forestry, I shan't be acting on that. I might mow this down again, get another load of hay in the stall. I want to use these. I want to get some cattle, some sheep, but I can't afford it. Look, climbing up the ladder. And falling down the ladder. Funny how much quicker it is to come down than it is to go up. Oh, I already ought to put these. I've got some drums over there and over here somewhere. I'll put some of these away again. Alright, anyway, with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.